Is Boldare a scam? Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dave, and as you know, I interpret everything. Usually that means movies or TV shows, but today is actually going to be a little bit different because it concerns what might be a scam in the name of Boldare. Boldare.com, Boldare app, Boldare apps, Bold Heart. It goes by a lot of different names, or so I've discovered after the fact. And this video is made specifically to help those out there that might be wondering if this company is legit or if it's a scam. I'm hoping to help them decide for their own what to do. And I'm going to explain my own experience with them to help you make that decision. And sorry about my voice, I do have a little bit of a cold, so bear with me. A few days ago, somebody reached out to me on my personal phone number by texting me, offering me the ability to work remotely. They didn't say how much I would be making, so it wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme, at least not right off the get-go. All they were offering was a remote job. Now, scams are a lot of things. They can be a lot of things, but the one thing that I know about scams and have been approached in the past with scams is, simply put, you have to put money down in order to obtain money. If you have to pay to get paid, say no. So that's actually what I told this person who texted me. I said, you know what? I'm not against working remotely. I have worked legitimately remotely in the past. It's a system that works, especially after COVID. But I told them right then and there, if it's something where I have to pay to get paid, it's gonna be a no. And they said, don't worry. You do not have to invest anything. Our services are free of charge. I said, okay, I'll hear you out. The best that I could do, I'll hear you out. So they reached out to me on this social media messenger, WhatsApp, which I've never used in my life before, but they said that that's what they're gonna do, so all right. I installed the app again, very cautious. Cautiously optimistic, but cautious. Somebody from their HR department reaches out to me and they explain what the job is. In very broad terms, mind you. It doesn't exactly explain to you what you're going to be doing, just app optimization and going through a few tasks, but you don't actually have to spend any money. You're going to get money in return for your services to them. I thought, again, okay, I mean, as long as I don't have to pay, it might be gray area and it might be sketchy, but if I don't have to pay, I'm not gonna lose anything. So I said, okay, let's go. Let's figure out what this is. So they send me to a sign-up form online for this Boldare app thing. You fill out your information, there's terms and conditions. I went through and I read very carefully the terms and conditions. And the terms and conditions on this page are pretty normal. Nothing that stood out to me as a serious red flag, maybe a yellow flag here and there, like if there's a breach of contract, we have the right to, pursue legal actions. But it doesn't specify what constitutes as a breach of contract, and that's a problem. But that was the only flag on there. I went ahead and I signed up because, again, I'm not paying any money here, so everything looks okay. I should mention that after I signed up for this website, I went back and I checked their terms and conditions again because you can still access them. They've changed. Not even kidding. The terms and conditions that you had upon sign up, upon registration, are still there, but they tacked on like 2 to 3 times more stuff on there, which is a little bit more specific and a little bit more sketchy, to say the least. So I'm now signed up. What is my job? My job is to go through a selection of 80 apps. We're talking about actual apps that you can find on the Google Play Store or the App Store on Apple. Their logo will pop up and you have to rate them 5 stars and move on. Now, I've seen this type of thing before. I've seen companies offer you products for free as long as you rate them 5 stars on Amazon or something. And I have done that in the past. Again, gray area, kind of sketchy, probably illegal. But they did do as they promised to, and you got those products for free. So these apps pop up, these logos, and I'm swiping right, 5 stars, swipe, 5 stars, swipe, 5 stars. Now here's one thing that you have to understand. In your work account balance, there's $100. You get that for free, actually. They give that to you when you sign up as a bonus, because every single time you're swiping right and rating all of these apps, you'll see two numbers. One number is a profit, or what you get out of clicking next, what you get out of clicking 5 stars, which is usually somewhere around the lines of like 30 cents to like $1, $1.50, whatever. The other number on there is like $50, $60, $70, right? And as long as your work account balance remains above that, $100, you don't have to do anything. You just have to do your job, you know, click the 5-star, go on. 80 times, split into a couple of 40 task sessions. But when you're done with that, the second number, the $1.50 that amounts 80 times, you're gonna get somewhere around $20 to $50 a day on VIP 1. There's 2, 3, and 4. I won't really get into that. Just know that commission base goes higher and higher and higher for VIP things. You could get $200 a day, you could get $1,000 a day, you could get $4,000 a day. You can't, but they want you to think you can. However, on the first day, I did make $20 to $50. I did. I withdrew it and it came into my bank account. They do this through cryptocurrency, so it's a crypto scam, but it's a beast of a scam because they actually do as they say and they pay you. I was paid 3 days in a row and I got more and more every single day, and I'll explain how. But it all depends on your economic status when you sign up for this company. It all depends on what you have in your bank account right now, because at the end of the day, yes, you do have to pay to get paid. Maybe not the first day, but after that, you'll probably run into what's called combo tasks. So when you're swiping right and you're going through all of these apps, you're gonna run into one. Now these are a combination of apps all put together for some nefarious reason. And the nefarious reason is obviously to get you to pay to have more money in your work account balance. The first day that I encountered this was the second day that I worked there. We'll just say this, like the combination of tasks cost $150 and obviously my work account had $100. So I was in the negative of $50. So I had to crypto send them $50. I had $50, I thought, it's not that much. I mean, it is, but ultimately I made 50 the last day, so I'm not really losing anything, right? I throw in the $50, my account is unfrozen because they freeze it when it's in the negative, and my work account balance is now 150, plus all the commission dollars I made already. And I go and I go and I go and I go, I swipe, 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 done for the day again. And my work day is complete, and I pull out like $70. It was legit. I was getting paid. Now, the way that they work as far as being paid is this commission base, which is that 20, 50, 70 bucks that I had gotten. But they also claim that they also pay a base salary on top of that. So after 5 effective working days are submitted, you get $800. After 15 submitted effective working days, you get $1,500. And after 30 effective working days, you get $4,000. Guys, that is $6,300 plus whatever commission. I was thinking in my head, I'm gonna make $7,000, $7,500 a month just on VIP 1 alone. This is how they get ya. So on goes to the next day, another combination of tasks. I ended up paying $200 sending them crypto. But again, I got paid. I got all that $200 back plus my commissions. I thought as long as you can afford this negative balance in your account when you run into these combo tasks, then you're good. You're not just good, you're golden. In fact, I believe wholeheartedly that the part of this company that is legit is the stuff that benefits those that are rich, and it absolutely demolishes and crumbles those that are meek and have very little in their bank account, because they will lose that money. They will freeze their accounts, and after some time, that money will go to the merchant, as they told me. The last day that I worked there, I ran into at least 3 combo tasks, which was kind of unheard of. Okay, the first combo task had me send them $522. If I didn't pay that, I wouldn't be able to finish my workday and I wouldn't be able to pay my car loans. So I did. I sent them the stinking money, and then another combo task hit me. $300 more. I didn't have that yet until I actually got paid by my real job for my normal income, which I get paid twice a month. It was just enough. I needed to unlock that account because what I heard about the company was that these combo tasks, they happen a lot. They can happen daily, but you will rarely ever get more than 2 combo tasks in a single day. So I was like, okay, I'm really holding my cards. I sent them the $300. That is $822 that I had sent their way. And sure enough, I swipe, 5 stars swipe, 5 stars swipe, 5 stars swipe, 5 stars. Done with the first set of 40 questions. Now I go on to the second set because you cannot withdraw anything until you get through all 80. So I get through 36 of the 40 on that second one until I get another combination task. And guys, you will not believe the amount of money they wanted me to send this time. Over $2,000. I didn't even have the 300 when I sent it. You think I had 2,000? So it is now frozen, and it will eventually get sent to the merchant. This is not anything that I signed up for. It is not anything that I agreed to. I reached out to their customer service, and I chewed them out because I'm not afraid to chew out people. And if you've ever seen people scam scammers, you will know one thing is constant every single time, is that their mood, their attitude, it always shifts. They stop being professional and they start calling you names. They called me incompetent and they called me a wannabe hero because I told them that I'm going to use my status and my voice as a social media influencer to get the word out on them. And that's what I'm doing in this video. I'm warning you all, if you have ever heard of or have ever been approached by a company called Boldare, making bold claims that you don't have to pay to get paid, don't believe them, you eventually will. When I threatened to warn other people about them, they of course use some scare tactics, like they'll use legal repercussions, they have a legal binding contract that has my name on it, and I told them, where's my signature? Because I didn't sign anything. And they're like, did you sign up for the website? And I said I did. But that's not the same thing as a legally binding contract when their contract has illegal, fraudulent, or specific verbiage to be broad and not as transparent as actual contract language. I had to tell them that I have contract law experience because I went to criminal justice. My wife works for a pretty big lawyer in the town. She herself is also starting law school soon. I know what I'm talking about. I also told them, like I said before, that I have a social media voice. I have press accreditation, which is actually true. And that is when they really started to get nasty at me. But then they shut up when I told them I also know how scammers act when they're called out. They just shut up after that. When I looked up their website on specific other websites that identify scammers, they were given a very low rating and a warning as something that seems dangerous from the get-go. Their name has popped up on other website domains that sound similar but are a little bit different, such as instead of boldare-apps.com, it was boldareapps.com. I think there's another one called Boldheart. Another thing that I realized is that their domain that I was signed up under only existed for 2 months. I had asked my coach how long that they've been in operation, and they said they've been around since 2018, and that they had a group of 200 people working for them and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I found that exact information on Boldare's website as well. You can Google that. So it makes me think that Boldare, the actual Boldare, has no part of this. These people are not affiliated with Boldare. They're just scammers using that name. I don't know for certain. I have reached out to the real Boldare website and company and sent them a screenshot of this Boldare-app website and asked them, is that you? In the comments down below, I will update you if they actually get back to me on if that is them or not, but my guess is it's probably not. However, Boldare is a company that comes out of Poland. I found that out after the fact. Take that as you will. But I have a real concern about this company because not only did they reach out to me on WhatsApp, but I was also included on a WhatsApp group chat where there was like 30, 40, 50 different people all talking about how hopeful they are about this company and how it's going to improve their lives. We're talking about people here in the States, people who are sharing pictures of their family, sharing pictures of them walking their dogs, you know, showing quotes, showing pictures of their sunflowers outside, and just talking about the Super Bowl that just aired recently. And these are just normal people, and I'm concerned about what's going to happen to them in the long term because I am confident that they are going to be in the negative when it comes down to several $1,000s, and it is going to ruin their lives. That's why at the end of the day, when I answer the question, is this a scam or is it not? I'm kind of forced to say yes and no, depending on your economic status. Because if you do have enough money in your bank account right now, everything shouts out to me that you can make this company work for you and you will be rich for it. I mean, rich, if what they're telling me is true. And people have shared screenshots of their work progress on the group chat where they're making several $1,000s a month. Could they be fake people or bots or part of the admin team that fake it to make lower class people really inspired? Maybe. Or maybe they're just rich people in general that can pay those negative fees that go up and up and up. It's very possible. Because look, they had me hook, line, and sinker. I was thinking, you know, if I really did have $2,000 to send them, then my paycheck would be roughly $4,000 or $5,000 that day. I mean, I'd have to pay back everything where I got the money out of, right? I had to pay the $300 back to my work. I'd have to pay the $500 back to my bank, and then the $2,000 from wherever I got that, right? But the paycheck and the profit and the commissions were very enticing. And everything that they said would happen did happen 100% of the time. And usually that doesn't happen with scammers, which makes me think that they are a very smart, very dangerous scammer. Though then again, if Elon Musk was part of the scam, then guess what? He can pull out $1 million a day from that app, apparently. Because that's the cap, right? That's the cap. If you're on VIP 4, you can make $1 million a day. That's the cap. Never mind, I misspoke. That's $1 billion. In case you are wondering, I have reported this to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, as well as the FBI, the specific part of it, that's the Cyber Crimes Department. I've given them names, numbers, crypto hashes for which I sent money, everything. And what I haven't sent yet, but I can, is everything else. Because I have spent the last few days screenshotting everything on that website and everything on the WhatsApp group chat. Every single person on the group chat, I have screenshotted their names and numbers. I've also reached out to several other cybercrime departments around the world in Washington, D.C., and other independent things. I've put the warning out on other social media platforms, specific when it comes down to reporting scams and phishing and everything in between. I've done my job in terms of reporting them. The only other thing that I can do is maybe report them to the news, to the press. But the thing about them apparently is they do hop domains. And how are you going to catch them if they hop domains? Thankfully, when it does come down to cryptocurrency, there is a paper trail. There's hashes that you can find that are specifically linked to you and hashes that are specifically linked to them. And those are things that I have also kept track of. So hopefully somebody else can learn from my mistake. This is Minnie. Beware of scams, obviously. Beware of crypto scams specifically. I do believe that this company was a pyramid scheme, if I had to guess, because I did ask my coach if they made profit off of my commissions, and they said yes, they made 30% of my commissions, which tells me that there is a hierarchy system in play in which the rich profit. Get away from my coffee. But that's it, guys. Have you ever heard of Boldare? If you have, leave your experiences in the comments down below. And remember, your best course of action here is just to stay away from them 100%. Peace out.